All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessing to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect. Shalom, Barakathum. This is Brother Iraq coming back in. This is be a little bit of news and World War III update regarding all of the heat that's going on over there in the Levant region, the Red Sea, the Middle East, what Esau calls it. All right, and it says in this video, Red Sea attack provokes World War III. And I'm gonna get a little bit of Second Ezra, the ninth chapter, just to lay the foundation of what time it is, and just a reminder that this all started with the prophecy. Okay, one prophecy is how we got to this point where everything is so hot right now. And as a matter of fact, I'll get that real quick. And it's this prophecy, all right, in Jeremiah 50, I believe. And 49, it says, Jeremiah 49 and 20, therefore hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh that he hath taken against Edom, all right, which is the so-called white people over here in America and the West, Europe, you know. It says, and his purposes that he had purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. All right. So that means they're going to be destroyed, and all of the people that are hitched to these Amalekites over there, professing to be us in the Holy Land, okay, they're going to go down with them. All right. And what happened, basically, what they are saying now, it's been 100 days since October 7th. All right. All hell is basically broken loose. All right. Not just over there physically, but in the information war, in the news. All right. Now look at this, the Red Sea. All right. Which has major global implications, man. All right.
New strike against the Houthis in Yemen. Houthi militants vow to launch retaliation strikes, adding they will continue their attacks on ships in the Red Sea.
The US-owned cargo ship has been hit in the Gulf of Aden by a ballistic missile fired by the Houthis in Yemen.
And show you what's about to happen to the U.S. economy. I think this is going to have a massive impact on inflation.
So you see, these people are not afraid of the devil anymore, man. They basically had it. All right. They're like, well, to hell with it. You know? That's in Joel, I believe. Let the weak say I am strong. Okay. Joel 3 and 10. Joel 3 and 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. All right. And when it says draw near, it's talking about a particular place. All right. And it's around the Euphrates River. All right. Where all of this drama is going on. Because remember, you got other groups, Hamas, over there between, Jordan and Palestine. All right. 90% of Jordan are Palestinians. All right. And then you have Hamas over there in Palestine, and then East Jerusalem, you have them. All right. And then you have the group Hezbollah, all right, which is to the north in Lebanon, okay, and they're all proxies of Iran, which is further over to the east. So you can see these that whole region is where all of the heat is, man. All right, and eventually these other countries from the north, they're gonna march down, all right, from Turkey, from Russia, all right. That's prophecy, man. This is getting ready to go down. Lord willing, this year. Okay. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. So that basically is a metaphor for we're no longer going to be fishers and farmers. We're going to be warriors. All right. And that's what these Houthis have basically done. They really don't care how much firepower America has, man. They know that this devil is not gonna stop. There's no end in sight. So what are they gonna do? They're gonna take drastic measures. All right. Going back.
Reporting on interest rates with Jerome Powell, and there's a lot of discussion of a Fed pivot happening.
Fed, as officials signal they are done raising rates, instead raising the number of rate cuts they see next year.
Multiple Fed pivots this year. It doesn't look like that's about to happen anymore. And on top of that, property insurance, car insurance, everything could be going up. This is one of the biggest stories in the world right now, especially for America. 12 to 15% of every item, every product, everything that we purchase travels through the Red Sea. And when you look at how much rates have went up, you look at what's actually happening, all the tension that's being built up right now, I think it's by far the biggest threat that we have to the U.S. economy. And this could really push everything overboard.
Right. And so this is not just a physical war. This is going to be an economic war. All right. So there's going to be an economic fallout where you already have inflation running rampant here. Everything is unaffordable. And at the same time, things have become unaffordable. People are already maxed out on their debt, man. The credit card delinquencies are at an all-time high. All right. Student loan debt's at an all-time high. All of these things is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah building this thing up, man. All right. The Lord is cold, man. So all of these events are related. They're linked together. All right. It looks like it's just a war far off in the Middle East, but that supply chain through the Red Sea, even back when King Solomon ruled, man, that was a very, very important trade route, and it still is to this day. That's proof that the Holy Land isn't anywhere else. It's not in America. It's not in Africa. All right. It's right there. Okay. So this thing is about to it's about to blow.
Please hit the like button and hit the like button. YouTube will share the content.
Skipping on. Let me see.
No big problem. 12 to 15%, the response to this, I believe America's not going to just let this go. I think we're probably going to, unfortunately, walk us all into a big problem. 12 to 15% of global trade passes through the Red Sea. 12 to 15%. I mean, this isn't a small situation. 70% is how much shipping rates went up last week, January 8th, right? We're at the 15th right now. 7 days ago, it was up 70%. Now, it's up 300% as of 32 minutes ago.
Right.
So you have to ask yourself, if 12 to 15% of global trade is going through there, shipping rates increased from 70% to 300% in 7 days, what is this going to mean? If you are a business owner, maybe you're located in India, in China, Taiwan, maybe you're, shipping car parts, whatever you're shipping, if your costs go up, from 70%, 300%, what are you going to do? You're going to bake this in to the newfound cost of what you're selling, meaning consumer prices are going to likely continue to go up.
Right. So even when the Fed is trying to manipulate interest rates, what you're going to have is a supply chokehold, because Esau has everything coming from one part of the world. Despite conquering all of these lands, he's on every continent. Even Antarctica, and niggas on there. All right. But he still has these choke points in supply chains, these bottlenecks, man. All right. So that's going to cause prices to go up as well, too. All right. So there is no getting out of this, man. It's this the Lord has them in a in the triangle chokehold. All right. And these were part of the signs written, man. 2 Ezra chapter 1. All right. I read this earlier, but we'll read down verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest began to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and you're going to see a lot of uproars, all right? Because people don't care until they can't afford things, till they're missing meals, all right? Keisha's gonna go to the beauty salon, and it's gonna be $1,800 for a weave that used to cost $10. then you're gonna start seeing them get upset. But that's just the beginning, man. All right, verse 4, it says, "Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning." So this was always prophesied to happen, man. All right, the Lord knew he was going to destroy the world again, even before the flood, the first time he destroyed the world, man. All right, because everything is written, the whole story is written out. All right, it says, then, Salakia 5, "For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest," man. And that's really the main point. The end is manifest. These are not just cycles, all right? These ebbs and flows in the global geopolitics, man. No. This thing is building up, and it's going to touch everybody in the world, all right? And it's long overdue. It's long overdue, man. All right, it says, verse 6, "Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs," man. So we're going to start seeing all kind of crazy things going on. I did the video earlier about the signs in heaven, man. The so-called UAPs, UFOs. All right? People going to start seeing apparitions, strange things happening. Okay? And if you're not covered, you're out of there. All right? It says, "And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed," all right, "shall be preserved from the said perils." Okay? So basically, if you're not chosen, if you're not of the elect, you're going to get swept up in all of this. That's why movies like Leave the World Behind and Civil War are coming out now. That's why Cat Williams can get up there and just blast the Illuminati, and then everybody else basically can't even say nothing about it. You know, they can't even scoff against it because it's all true now. It's all out. This is why Amalek is literally found with tunnels and doing his works of sacrifices. All right, we can't say all these words on there, but you saw what he did in New York, man. This is why all of these things are coming out now at the same time. And it's going to ramp up. The Lord said he's going to make this place bare, but before he destroys it. Okay? And what do you see at the same time within Israel? Bugged out doctrines at an all-time high. More men are ever than claiming to be King David, claiming to be the 12. All right? Making shit up, winging it, man. Telling you the most important prophecy ain't so. Jacob's trouble don't exist. The charagma, it ain't physical. Why are all of these things happening? Because we're in the time. Okay? Main point, verse 9, "Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments," man. Remember that video we were looking at? That guy got trapped in that car and burnt alive, man. All right? That's a small example of what's getting ready to happen on a large scale. And it's not even going to make the news. It's going to be so common. All right? The scriptures say the love of many will wax cold. How is that? Because death, like Apostle Har said, is coming back in style, man. All right? Anyway.
Up, which is a very, very, very big problem, considering the fact that Janet Yellen said a soft landing was incoming. Jerome Powell, soft landing. They want to get inflation at 2% or 3%. How are you going to get inflation to those numbers when you have shipping rates that are going to skyrocket? But the bigger story here is what this is going to mean for the cost of oil, natural gas, grain, and everything from toys and electronics typically travel through the waterway separating Africa and Arabian Peninsula en route to Suez Canal, right? This is Red Sea. So when you have oil prices going up, what does this mean? Domestic shipping prices will likely go up. Property insurance will definitely be going up. And the reason for that is if you have a home fire, if there are, let's say a mudslide or any problem with your property, and you have an insurance policy, that insurance company needs to get all the supplies. They need to get the lumber. They need to get, the HVAC systems. They need to get everything, all of which is most likely not made here in America. not like it's 1950 anymore. Most of this is coming from overseas. So
That's the problem. All of this stuff, America is a consumer economy. Americans consume 5 times more than the rest of the world per person. All right? They don't make anything, everything's imported. They make weapons and missiles, but what have they done with that, man? They've shipped it and scattered it all overseas across 800 different military bases, man. So the land of unwalled villages is quite vulnerable, man. All right? Scripture say this is the virgin daughter that's going to sit down in the dust. All right? You can see how all these things are shaping up. And if you don't fear the Lord and you're not getting right in your spirit, man, the Lord is going to eventually just pluck you out of there. All right? You shouldn't be sitting on your hands and thinking this thing is just going to go away. All right? You can't be in a fearful spirit to the point to where you don't know what to do. No, man, your spirit should be dead set against this place, man. All right?
their costs are going to go up. What does this mean? It means they're going to bake this into the newfound premiums. Insurance prices will continue to likely rise. Car insurance prices will likely continue to rise.
And insurance is mandatory for everybody. All right? And if you have a vehicle that's not paid off, you have to have full coverage. All right? So this thing's about to get bad, man.
Insurance rates right now have jumped at the highest in 47 years, according to CNN.
Mm-hmm.
But this situation, I mean, already oil prices hit $80 a barrel as fear grows over the Red Sea disruption. I believe all this does is build this entire situation to equate to this massive wealth transfer we're going to experience. So what they've said is, it's really kind of unbelievable. So EU worried about Red Sea attacks could spark inflation. The European Union Economy Commissioner on Monday warned that violence in the Red Sea sparked by Houthi attacks on shipping could push up energy prices and inflation. We know that we're starting this year with subdued growth, some good news on labor market, but increasing concerns on the downside risk caused by the geopolitical tensions. Now, what is happening in the Red Sea is not for the moment, apparently, creating consequences on energy prices and inflation. But we think it should be monitored very closely because
That's basically most of the news on that. But get ready. All right? You're going to have outages. Okay? Basically, the poly crisis, like Cotton Schwab said, man. And Davos, they're meeting this week. All right? To get ready to push forth their agenda for what their plans for you. All right? You people that voted, that think that the system of democracy is some kind of way to live a righteous life. Most of y'all don't even care about living a righteous life. You just, you're living to live. There's no substance or purpose to you people, man. So the Lord is just going to burn you up, man. All right? Anyway, I'll end it there, man. Lord willing, this is edifying. Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai B'Hashem Rachakadash. Shalom.